Good morning.
Plant watering detail.
Thank you. Everyone's here and been fed, so that's good. Hi, Tux. You got a scratch, an itch, excuse me. Hey, bud. Hello. Michelle's gonna bring Johnny home after his math final exam is over and drop him off, and then we're gonna go back out to Guardian Angel in Fuquay today, which was our original plan. Those are about my parting words to her yesterday as I headed out with Dawn to the hospital. If I'm home, I'm going shopping. Those are my exact words.
Another old school newspaper.
Rolled up again.
Yeah, second one.
Maybe we've changed carriers again.
Yeah, possible.
If we did, we didn't get a postcard this time. You know, getting up in the middle of the night doing all that folding for not much money is not a great job, so the changeover of hands is pretty often. None of the kitties followed me this morning, I don't think. And I'm being serenaded by the pileated woodpecker. Could be the babies are leaving the nest and feeding and the yard is commencing, so there's a little more talking going on. Not sure, but it could be. Hey, girly.
Hello.
We get to go shopping.
I'm ready.
Johnny finished his math exam, said he did good, and we dropped him off, and we're going to go to Guardian Angel now. I'm definitely feeling up to shopping. I'm always going to feel up to shopping, so thank you for, literally I called her. She was on the road, but near our house. She was over here in 15 minutes to grab Johnny. Johnny could stay by himself, obviously, but he feels much more comfortable when you take him. But next time, because the last time he was at your house was the ER too, next time we need a regularly scheduled visit and no ER emergency. I'm counting on it. All fun. Yeah, not a stressed out poor Johnny. And Dawn.
Yeah.
And me. Yes. And you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was scared half to death. I was like shaking when you were calling.
Oh, I'm
like,
sorry. But she came quick.
And thank God you're okay.
Yep. I did leave Ruby's climate on at 80 though, not at super low. Hey girl! That is such a good deal, all those Thomas engines. I want to see it run. The preschool toy selection today is really good. Do you need another baby? It's kind of like me with cats. It's very realistic.
I know.
Wow, everything in there is $1. That will make those items quite tempting. Any day spent with you is my favorite day, so today is my new favorite day.
Aww.
All right, between us, we definitely have a few frames. I have found Legos, really cool Legos. They said I missed out on a bigger one yesterday, but this has still got a lot of really cool stuff in it. Missing around all these baby dolls today. And they have the entire Rooster family. We are finding a few shirts again today. Although sometimes it's amazing at the pretty fabric and the horrible cut. I'm like, oh, I want that. Nope, can't get that. Not just the size, but the cut. Well, my head says Jim, but my heart says ice cream. He's so cute, but this shirt is way too small. I get such a kick out of the shirts here. To quote Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 3, line 87, no. I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right. Farmers, somebody has to feed you people. So Michelle says this is Monty Python and we be buying it, but it's a 3X. And I think this is cute. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. And we'll put in parenthesis at Guardian Angel. I think you need this shirt. You can peek now.
Oh, definitely.
They put out new stuff since last week. We were looking at like every shirt again. Never seen a grandfather clock in here before. Of course, it's in a box and needs assembly, but still. Can't you just see my Legos in there? My houses, my modulars, and all lit up and no dust on them and everything. It's a little after 3 and I'm headed to the house via playing Pokemon Go. The town did confirm that they are opening up the splash pad, I think Memorial Day weekend. And the town in the past has been flexible about the opening and closing. It's roughly Memorial Day to Labor Day, but like if the weather's really warm the week after Labor Day, they sort of stay open. Anyway, so that is good news. It seems like it's all ready to go. Mud's gone, grass planted, sidewalks in, you know, all that good stuff. While I was out, I got a message that our butcher box had been delivered. And I just assumed that Dawn had put the stuff in the freezer and knew it was here and all of that good stuff. Well, there's where our butcher box is, and that surely is not acceptable. It's frozen meat, for goodness sakes. So, yeah, I guess I get to make another phone call. I wish people would use their smarts. It's obviously frozen food. You don't leave things out there. That's just not right.
Hi, Gray. Hello, boys. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Well, look at you in your new Russell Athletic windbreaker / running jacket, rain gear. It's nice and lightweight.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. It fits too.
It does.
Yay.
I like it.
Not marked up.
No,
It was
not marked up.
just regular price,
Got a
$3.
hoodie.
Yep, got a hoodie, got cinches,
Yeah.
pockets, and reflection.
Yeah, so I don't get run over.
Yeah.
I like it.
Way cool. Look at the bin of Lego bricks I brought home today, and I would have to say that I am very pleased with what's in here. Very pleased. Donnie's home. Well, I did have the pain come back while I was at GA today with Michelle, but then maybe the naproxen kicked in and it's been a little bit better, but it sure has still been worrisome or bothersome today. I can't say that I feel much better. That would be false. I haven't given Dawn any heads up, but one of our viewers left a comment today that they really wanted to know what we thought about the F-150 Lightning announced, that we should say something about what we thought about it. So you think about it for a second, since I've given you no warning and you're choking on pork rinds and water, and I'll say what I thought.
Okay.
I agree. We watched Rob Maurer's Tesla Daily and his commentary. That's the version of the announce that we watched. Yep. And I guess I really like the frunk. I want to start out with the positive. I really like Power Frunk, and the way it opened, that you could treat it like it was the bed, the back bed. It's sort of the same thing. You could just sort of slide stuff in and out, heavy things. Yeah, really. There's no setting it in or lifting it up. It was just straight on in.
Seemed to be, yes.
Yeah, seemed to be, and so that looked pretty good. I was a little mouthy during the opening and all of this. Well, I got a little upset when President Biden drove the F-150 on Ford territory, and there was no mention of Tesla or any of their accomplishments. And I sort of can see why maybe that happened. No union at Tesla. And Elon has said a few things that have rumpled some feathers in the past year or two during the COVID time. So I sort of see, but that still upset me. Yeah. And the comments that about Biden, about China that Biden made during his visit to Ford were also a little distressing. I would like to, I feel like I want to take him and shake him and tell him a few things about Tesla just in case he doesn't know. So when Ford came out last night, my initial reaction was, one, They really took all their cues from Tesla on how to have a reveal. All of the laser neon lights and the executives come out on the stage and all of that good stuff. It looked like a Tesla reveal, except for it was Ford. Yeah, a little bit. And well, that was my impression. And then also that they went on to history, hit like this history lesson for forever. Yes, Ford's been around a long time. Okay, next story. That was a little much for me to stomach. But the vehicle itself, as Rob kept saying during his commentary, looks good. The Mega Power, wasn't it like the Mega Power Frunk or something? Yeah, they were. The verbiage was a little. I guess I thought about the vehicle to home charging or running your home or whatever. You know, I think they were very clear in the fine print to say that. You know, the house has to be wired for that. It's not like you can just make that work with any house. Right. Kind of like with the Tesla Powerwall, you have to do stuff at the box. You have to install equipment. Transfer switches to make that work. So I hope that they're honest about explaining that to people. And I guess we'll see if that actually ends up. You know, I'm sure the marketing around it will be, oh, we've got this, but I want to see it in practice, how good it works for people and that kind of thing. It was okay. I'm just going to say that, you know, I thought, obviously it looked promising. I think I saw a lot of Tesla people on Facebook afterward, but for the same price, you get this much more range and you can haul this much more weight. And, you know, the Cybertruck specs are better and... Yeah, I guess time will tell. But I know you said, and I'm going to go change the battery before you start talking, that, because it's flashing at me, that Elon's got a few months cushion to get the Cybertruck out there. And don't be behind. But let me change the battery. So did you stop? You get some water?
Yeah.
You're doing better now? Okay, good.
Yeah, well, first of all, congratulate Ford. I thought they're executed very well. I think that was because they know how important the F-150 is to their company. I mean, they talked about that in the introduction. It's the best-selling truck for the last 45 years, or the best-selling vehicle, bar none, in the U.S. Yeah, all those true things. And so they have a lot riding on this, and I said the same comment about the Mustang, that you got to give Ford credit. They're putting their electric vehicle right at the top of the list of the Mustang and of the F-150. They're not trying to, oh well, this is our sort of electric car over here. It rhymes with the Volt or something. You know, they're not trying to hide it anywhere. They're putting it front and center. So I'll give Ford a lot of credit there. I thought their execution was good. Obviously, this is your granddaddy's pickup truck. Your granddaddy, when he sees this pickup truck, he's going to like it. He's going to like it just fine. And you know, your daddy's going to like this pickup truck just fine. And you probably like a pickup truck too if you're over, you know, like 45. It'll be just fine for you too. You know, I think that's great. There's a big enough market for the Cybertruck, which I totally agree. Your granddaddy probably don't like it, and your daddy don't like it, and you, if you're over 45, you probably don't like it either. But as I have said before, they're really not making any more of these kinds of people. The people who like the Cybertruck are the younger with it generation, and I think the Cybertruck probably appeals to the, what is that? Not all those video game things people. Look, I would have the F-150 Lightning. I wouldn't be embarrassed whatsoever to show up someplace with that. I think it's going to be sell well. I think there's plenty of market for both the Cybertruck and the F-150 Lightning. I thought their 11 outlets is. I told Marianne, I'm really glad Ford did this, because you can talk about the ranges of the Cybertruck and how fast the Cybertruck is, but you know, Ford puts the money where I think I would rather have. You know, I don't care if it goes 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds or 4.2 seconds. It doesn't matter. I mean, once you get down in that range, it's plenty fast. So, you know, it's no big deal. And but I could certainly like to have a power frunk. You know, on my side, if I had a Cybertruck, I'd love to have a power frunk. I think it's really cool that the bed on the Cybertruck sits down and the Ford doesn't. But now the Ford's got a scale. It weighs the truck. It can tell you, you know, information about how much your cargo is. So what I was trying to get at is Ford threw out some really good features, innovative features, and so now Tesla has to decide, well, are we going to match that or are we just going to beat them on range? And we just going to, it's all about, we're fast, we're quicker, 0 to 60, and we can...
Yeah, how many outlets will the Cybertruck have, and what will be the onboard charging? Was what, 9 kilowatts for the F-150?
Actually, the F-150 with dual onboard chargers could go all the way up to like 20 kilowatts, I thought it said. And Ford is throwing in a free high-powered wall, their equivalent of the high-powered wall charger. They're also, of course, including the UMC type charger also, but if you buy the Lightning, included in that is the charge. Of course, you have to pay it to have it installed, and the reason that they gave is this way it will be able to charge overnight, because Rob kind of did some math on guessing what the battery was, and I think he was pretty close. I don't disagree with the number. He came up with 90 kilowatts.
So Ruby's battery's bigger.
Well, yeah, but the extended range Lightning, the big battery one, is 90 kilowatts, and you know, the thing about, like, Jules, you know, I drive around all day on 20% of my battery. Well, chances are, a truck, you're going to leave home at 90% or better every day, and you're probably going to, you know, you're going to tow stuff, you're going to haul heavy stuff, you're going to drive quite a few miles, maybe.
The vehicle weighs more.
The vehicle weighs more. You're probably going to be crawling home every day with, let's say, 10%. I don't know that that's true, but the point is you're going to be charging this thing up from 10% to 90% or more every day. And if you just do a little 40 amp charger or 32 amp charger, the one that comes with it, even though it is a 240 or 120, you're not going to charge the car up all the truck all the way overnight, especially if you get in a little late and you leave at dark 30 in the morning. So Ford says, well, we realize that you need to be able to charge. So I think it's like a 80 amp charger that they're including. So of course, again, you have to have it installed. So I like the, you know, it's the 5-seater, the desk, the 11 outlets. I absolutely think Ford slapping Tesla in the face when it comes to the vehicle, to the home in the power failure. You know, yeah, you go buy your solar panels, you go buy your $85,000 Tesla solar roof or your $150,000. Take the same $90,000, buy the F-150, and we'll run your house for 3 days, you know, off the vehicle. So, do I want to put the solar panels up and spend $150,000 on that and buy a Tesla? I got like $250,000 just so I can have backup power in an electric vehicle. Or maybe I just go buy the $90,000 vehicle and install a transfer switch, and I don't need all that other stuff. Who knows? So I think Tesla, you know, should seriously look at what Ford's done and consider matching or make sure that they are upping the things, because I don't know that full self-driving and some of those other things is going to be enough. You know, the thing, apparently the bed is a normal size bed.
Right, the Cybertruck bed is a little bigger, but then some people don't want that extra size vehicle.
That gets back to you, is this your granddaddy's vehicle or whatever? So I don't know, but like I said, the good thing is I honestly do not think that the F-150 is probably going to take a single sale away from Tesla. It's not going to cost a single Cybertruck, because the people who don't like the Cybertruck, they didn't like it before, They want a truck that looks like a regular truck, so they're going to buy the Ford. They weren't going to buy the Cybertruck because it wasn't a regular looking truck. The people who really like the Cybertruck or have grown to like the Cybertruck now are excited about having a different truck. Instead of having a truck when it's sitting at the traffic light, the only way you could tell the difference between the F-150 Lightning and the F-150 gas is go suck on the exhaust pipe. Other than that, you can't tell, to borrow a phrase from Jack.
Right. Well, one of the things you pointed out last night, and they said too, was they said this is going to be the fastest F-150.
Right.
So they weren't like doing what Nissan did with the Leaf, where we want to sort of not make it faster, or maybe even some of the German cars. Right. They were like, this is going to be the fastest F-150. Well, and they're right. I mean, yeah. And it was really funny when the one exec said, you know, how fun it was to drive or what and Don was like, welcome to the Tesla world. We've been trying to tell you, it drives like a Tesla. We've been trying to tell you people instant torque is the way to go. Yeah. Glad somebody woke up and realized it. So,
yeah, I agree.
Did they say where they're going to make it? They're going to make it in Michigan.
Oh yeah, they made a big to-do that it's going to be made.
Not in Mexico like the Mach-E, but actually in Michigan.
Plant, the original Rouge plant right outside of Detroit, or right in the Detroit area.
Well, I'm personally going to go with Ford over some other EVs because that one's made in America. Right. That one is American built. It's American, I'm going to, unless somebody tells me otherwise, but it's seeming to me like that. But just, yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what...
Oh, and the transit van.
Oh, yeah, the transit
That was a big surprise.
Yeah.
That was a good surprise. That was, I was saying, we were watching today's video, and I walked past all those Hertz rental vans. And what I should have said when I walked past there, won't it be great in 5 years when these are all EVs and they've installed charging units on this row behind the trucks and they're all plugged in.
That's right. That's
the way it's going to be. That's what I should have said when I walked past there. So that may be one of the reasons why my chest is hurting so bad, is I've been having these horrible spring allergy sneezes. 3 is kind. It's been as many as 10 in a row where I just can't stop sneezing, which is why I'm going to see the ENT on Monday. And I do feel my whole chest tighten up during those sneezes, and that could be contributing to the discomfort I'm having, like I've pulled something, because Don says he sneezed and messed up his back before.
Yeah, I have.
So he can sort of understand that. But I'll be quiet now, and I'll let you make your final comments or whatever else you wanted to say.
Yeah, well, the market's big enough for Tesla. I don't think this is going to hurt sales. And as I said, there are people who they want a traditional pickup truck, and they've got it. I actually believe this is a much bigger threat to Rivian, and obviously GM now is in a world of hurt. Their Silverado pickup truck and Ram, Ram is just, they're like Toyota. They're pretty much just clueless at this point.
Isn't that what Sandy said too?
Yeah. So this is a threat to the traditional pickup truck buyers. Now, instead of buying your $90,000 F-150 gas version, some of the people will buy the $90,000 F-150 electric version. The thing I wondered yesterday, because of some of the stuff they played on the intro especially, and they even had the executive in charge of union relations or something spoke. I think when Biden was up there, he basically made a little backroom deal, or at least got some head nods on what his plan is about you're going to have to build this here. You're going to have to, union jobs and all this stuff, because Biden's Green New Deal, he's promoting it, a great way to reduce carbon, but what he's really trying to do is keep jobs here. Of course, that works fine for Tesla. I mean, Tesla's building a gigafactory in Austin. They are the biggest, electric vehicle producer in the U.S. So, we'll have to see if Ford matches that. And also, I guess last little piece, as I said, I hope Elon seriously looks over this and somebody says, we can do this and we can do that.
He don't like to be
He
beat.
doesn't like to be beat. But, you know, I was wrong with the Chevy Bolt. I said that when Chevy Bolt came out and it beat the Tesla Model 3 range by like 3 or 4 miles, I just knew that Elon wasn't going to take that line down, but he took it. He eventually did eclipse the Bolt, but you know,
Not day one.
not on day one. That's right. So it'll be interesting because the Cybertruck is really important. I mean, Tesla knows how important the pickup truck market is to the legacy automakers. This is the market that keeps GM, Ford, and Chrysler in business. If Ford doesn't sell if the F-150 sales drop because everybody says, well, I'm not going to buy another gasoline or diesel pickup truck, I want an electric pickup truck, so I'm just going to hold off buying. So that immediately kills the sales. So now Ford's got an answer, at least starting next year. Well, GM and Ram don't have those, and there's probably those people who say, you know, I'm not going to buy any more gasoline or diesel pickup trucks. I really want an electric pickup truck. So they just killed the sale then. Even though it may be a couple years before they buy a Cybertruck, maybe they buy the Ford, maybe GM comes around. So this is actually a bigger threat to GM and Ram than Tesla. This is probably not even going to make any difference.
Right.
For Tesla.
The markets are not the same between
That's
the
right.
people that would want the Ford and the people that would want the Cybertruck.
If Ram's trucks sales dry up, Chrysler's going to go out of business. And if same thing with GM, if the Silverado and the GMC Sierra stop selling, you pretty much right. What are they going to do? Sell Cadillacs, electric Cadillacs? How well you really think that's going to save GM? I don't think so. So one of the things about the Lightning, the F-150 Lightning, is they're talking about is the tax credit. Now, obviously, this could change and probably will change, but right now, they said it's going to ship in spring of 2022. It's very possible that the Mach-E is going to use the remaining 200,000 vehicles, so there will be very few people who get the $7,500. It'll be in the phase-out period. Remember, once you hit the quarter following, whatever quarter you hit 200,000 sales in, the following quarter you can produce as many as you would want, and then the phase starts. So phase is cut in half and cut in half again.
Right.
And in 1 year after you hit the quarter after you hit 200,000. That's right. So Tesla tried to hit 200,000 like the first or second day of the quarter. So they basically had an entire quarter to build as many cars as they wanted, and then the following quarter is when the count started. So I don't know that Ford's going to be able to dial the knob that well because they either want to sell Mach-E's or they don't want to sell F-150 Lightnings. I don't know which one. So I'm just saying, unless it changes, I don't know that the very many F-150 truck buyers are going to get it, because remember,
Not the full.
That's right. It's a calendar thing, not a unit thing. After you hit 200,000, the clock pretty much starts. In 1 year, all the money's gone.
And it can change.
And it can
But
change.
today, that's the way it is. And
That's the way it is.
they were doing a lot of talk about the tax credit.
That's right.
Which, if I was them, I would talk about it too, by the way.
Right.
But as we know, number one, you actually have to have that much tax debt for it to really help you.
Right.
That doesn't help the little guy, so to speak. And
Right.
also, it can run out.
Right.
So I'm thinking that there's a reason why Elon doesn't want to do vehicle to home
Right.
to vehicle stuff. Because I think he's pretty smart.
Right.
And I think he's got to have a reason there.
Right.
So you tell me, is there a real reason why he hasn't seized that up already and Ford is saying they'll do it, or not? You tell me what you think.
Yeah, well, I think it's a couple things. First thing it has to do is most homes, let's not just say most of them, no homes, no existing homes can easily just install something on your garage wall and it feeds back into your house and powers your house. You're going to have an electrician come out, and it's going to be very expensive to install a transfer switch to safely disconnect from the grid. And of course your car, you're not going to want to drive it out into your side yard where your power meter is and your power boxes and plug your car in over there. You're going to want to plug it in to the thing in your garage. In fact, Kyle said that the inverter for the Power Home Plus thing is actually on the wall. That's that thing that they give you if you buy the, he said it's only on the Lariat. It's optional on the middle one, and then comes with the Lariat. So anyway, I think it's going to be several, literally it could be $10,000 to have that transfer switch, the electrical work done.
You said it would require a disconnect of the service.
Right, the power company, generally what you do when you do that kind of stuff, they come out and pull, disconnect, depends
the meter?
on, yeah. Well, at a minimum, a disconnect, pull the meter, but they may actually disconnect you from the transformer. You know, that's what they typically do, and so normally that part of the only takes a few hours. In other words, the electrician gets everything ready, and then before he tries to splice it into your service, the power company comes out, turns your power off, takes a couple hours, splices everything in, has to be inspected. Then they have to, they'll come back and turn it on. I said if you want to get a good idea of what it costs, just go to Home Depot and ask them, you want a whole house backup generator installed that automatically comes on or off, you know, when the power fails, and just price that out, the installation of that, and that's probably equivalent to what the installation of this setup is going to be, because the transfer switch is going to almost have to be remote to the garage. So there's going to be some type of communications between the garage and the thing out there at your meter, in front of your power panel. So I think several thousand to $10,000 would not be out of line. Now, if you've already got solar, a lot of that's already may have been put in, but most solar doesn't. It goes in through your power panel. It doesn't go in front of your power panel. So this, I'm just saying, is that that is a great feature. It's complicated, and I think when people find out how much it's going to cost, it's just like you hear from the Tesla people. They say, "Oh my God, how much does it cost to install a NEMA 1450 plug?" My electrician wants.
They scoff at $500 or $1,000. They scoff at it.
That, yeah, and that's just installing a piece of conduit, some number 6 wire,
And a breaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a breaker. Yeah, so I'm just saying, it's a good idea, but practically, it's not as feasible, and Elon probably knows this. Plus, obviously, Elon would rather you spend that money on solar panels and a power wall. So he's got power. Ford doesn't sell power walls. This is what Ford's got. But this is from Tesla. They've got other options, and they want you to. They're trying to do sustainable energy, not just fix a pain point. But I guess if you got $90,000 to drop on a Lariat,
Fully loaded.
fully loaded platinum. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. The platinum is the top one. The platinum. If you got 90 grand for a platinum, what's another 10 grand for a transfer switch and an electrician to do all that? Ain't no big deal. Piece of cake.